I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Da-na-na. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. Hey guys, Dan here from DansTube.TV, and today I felt like a child again. So much nostalgia filled me up today. I got to check out Pokémon Go for the first time on iOS devices. It is also available on Android devices. So in this video, I wanted to give you guys a rundown on the game. I wanted to give you my first impressions, my review, and a real-world experience with the game. I went on some big walks today to test out how the game mechanics worked and how well the game actually picked up wild Pokémon as I was walking around. Pokémon Go is a GPS tracking application that allows you to capture Pokémon in augmented reality. So this actually gets you up off your seat and out and about hiking, trekking, and doing whatever you can to capture the rarest and most unique Pokemon in the world. Interestingly enough, as I was on my walk today, I bumped into some dude that started telling me about Ingress, which is a game created by Niantic Incorporated. The framework behind their GPS tracking game is basically what powers Pokemon Go. It is a little bit of a dumbed down version. There isn't as much to do, but the basic framework, which has been in development and released to the public for 4 or so years now, is finally available for the Pokemon fans out there, and for an initial release, everything seemed to work relatively smoothly for me. I would have the occasional bug where the actual application would log me out of Google Plus and I'd have to jump back into it, or I'd have some issues where the data wouldn't load because I wasn't in an area that was covered very well by 3G or 4G, and I would just have occasional issues here and there. But for the majority of the time, I tested this literally the entire day, and my phone battery was constantly dying. I had a portable charger with me, so I tested this thoroughly throughout the day, and yeah, I didn't have too many issues for an initial release. Obviously, these small issues will be ironed out. To be completely honest with you guys, as I started playing this game, I wasn't that impressed. There was so much hype behind this game, and I jumped into it, and there was really nothing to do in my area, but I started discovering a lot of interesting things that really actually engaged me in the game, and I noticed myself actually humming the theme song in my head as I was walking around. I genuinely felt like a Pokemon trainer, as odd as that is. Just down the road from me, there was a Pokestop, so I went down there and I collected some Pokeballs and some Revive Potions, and then I also progressed through some other areas which leveled my character up to the point that I could get different items. One item that got me really excited was the incense that I picked up. It basically lures wild Pokemon to your location for 30 minutes. So I went on this massive walk and I collected some amazing Pokemon along the way. As I was stumbling across Pokestops, I noticed myself picking up Pokeballs, incense, Revive, and other sorts of potions along the way, which was really rewarding. I found myself progressively getting more into the game as I progressed and as I leveled up. There's also eggs that you can pick up along the way, and you chuck them into egg incubators, and you actually have to walk to allow the egg to hatch. So that really entices children and adults and people of all ages to actually get out and about and continue walking. You don't have to look at your phone the whole time. You can hold it down by your side and it will vibrate when you come across a Pokemon. Occasionally check it out to see if there's a gym in your local area or some sort of Pokestop, but besides that, you just go on a normal walk as you would any other day, and it tracks your progress, and it actually allows your egg to hatch into some sort of mystery Pokemon. So there's some great elements there for kids. And that's something that really got me excited about this game. If I was a child when this game came out, I would have absolutely lost my mind. I was completely into Pokemon, I loved the universe, and a game like this where I could actually become a Pokemaster, and I could go along and, capture a Charmander in the wild, that would just blow my mind. And even today I was smiling just thinking how amazing this is for children. This really entices kids to get out and about, and if their parents are actually decent parents, they will encourage them. If they're a video game lover, then get them out of the house and take them down to their local park, and they can capture some Pokemon down there, go for another walk, and check out what is in the wild. It's a really exciting thing, and this kind of technology could really push fitness in the world. One thing that annoyed me a little bit was the lack of content in the actual Pokemon Go universe. So at the end of the day, you can level up your character, you can gain badges along the way, you can go to gyms, and you can capture Pokemon, which is amazing, and there's a lot of stuff to do in there, and a lot of fun to be had, but I'd like to see some more mini games to do with maybe training your Pokemon, or maybe some sort of learning game or pattern game for kids. Something that, you know, adults and kids can really enjoy, but it can progress the experience and allow you to do something when there are no Pokemon in the area. Because there were times today when I was exploring and I was trying to find Pokemon and just nothing would happen. And it's almost leaning on the fact that they want you to purchase these lures, or they want you to unlock them along the way. But besides that, that's really the only thing. They do have a payment system where you can pay to unlock certain items, but at the end of the day, if you just progress through the game, you are going to unlock all of these as you level up. I also noticed that the tracking was relatively stable. As I was moving, it would actually turn with me, and it would progressively track me as I was walking down paths, walking into bushy areas, or just walking around in some interesting locations that weren't 100% set on the map. It would do a great job of tracking that, and it is powered by Google Maps, so that means that there's a lot of reliability there. And the fact that they have the framework from Niantic and the Ingress game mode, that actually allows them to basically feed off all of the different Pokestops or their portals in their game mode, and it allows them to feed a already existing database into Pokemon Go that will only grow over time. There is a lot to explore, and you will get different Pokemon depending on the different locations that you travel to. So if you're close to the water, then you will pick up water-inspired Pokemon. When you reach level 5, you get to access gyms in your local area, and you basically get to choose from one of the 3 different factions. And I got to play a little bit of the battle mechanics, and I was impressed by it, but I wasn't blown away by it. It does feel like a Pokemon battle mechanic, but it didn't engross me as much as the original Pokemon game. So we'll have to see how that progresses as I level up, but right now it isn't blowing me away. Alongside the lack of minigames and lack of content outside of catching Pokemon, yes, it's amazing to catch Pokemon and I'm really enjoying myself, but where will the fun stop? Will I still be enjoying myself in a few months? Overall, I had a lot of fun today checking this out, and it brought back a lot of amazing memories from my childhood. Now, I think this is a great thing for kids that are just getting into Pokemon now. It gives them a sense of exploration, it gets them out of the house, and they can explore and capture new Pokemon, which is a really great thing. And for all those people out there who grew up on Pokemon, again, this is a really great thing. Any newcomers, this is very exciting and very easy to pick up. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I've given you the negatives and the positives. I'd love for you guys to leave me your negatives and positives in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching though. Please make sure to have a fantastic day, and peace out.